What is a certificate?
Certificate programs are programs that are focused narrowly. They can be done in typically under a year. They can also be started, many of them can be started in high school, which means the cost of those programs can be greatly reduced.
What is an associate's degree?
Hi, I'm here to talk about an associate's degree. And an associate's degree is a 2-year college degree that you can obtain from a community college, a junior college, an online university, and even some of the 4-year universities offer that in the United States. In terms of an education, an associate's degree falls between like a high school diploma and a bachelor's degree. Usually it's sort of a stepping stone to go to another school to finish a bachelor's degree or to go on and get some additional schooling. It's nice to get maybe some generals out of the way at one school and transfer to another school. I would say an associate's degree is great if you didn't get into the college you really wanted and you could prove to them at a different university what your skills are. And I think it's...
What is a bachelor's degree?
Hi, I'm Mr. Kelly. I'm here to tell you today about a bachelor's degree. It usually takes about 4 years after high school, depending on what you do in high school. Sometimes you can get some credits in high school that'll make that time shorter, but it takes about 120 credits. They figure about 4 years. There's 2 types of degrees. The bachelor degree, there's a Bachelor of Science and a Bachelor of Arts. So it depends on how many arts credits you take or science credits. Even though I'm a science teacher, I have a Bachelor of Arts, so.
What is a master's degree?
A master's degree is given to a student by a college or university, usually after 1 or 2 years of additional study following a bachelor's degree, usually a total of 6 years after high school.
What is a PhD or a doctorate degree?
Okay, so after you get a master's degree, and you don't always have to, there's lots of exceptions, there's what are called PhDs and doctorate degrees. Now, something I didn't learn about this till I was way older, is the difference between a PhD and a doctorate. A PhD is primarily research-based, where you'll go, we want to know about this population, and you do research on that for whatever field you get your degree in. Whereas a doctorate is where they train you in a practical skill like being a doctor or a lawyer or, a specific skill. One is practice, one is research. So it depends what you want to know, but really I don't think you'll know what you want to do until you get pretty far into your college career. So it's important to figure out what you like and what you don't like. And if you find something that has most of what you like and a little bit of what you don't like, that's a good thing because everything's going to have something you don't like. So find the things that you really like and stick with those things.
What can I do in 7th grade to prepare for college right now?
Hi, 7th graders. I want to help you get ready for college. And I know you know what I'm going to say. Read, 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 read. It helps you in so many ways. It helps you with your verbal skills, your writing skills, your critical thinking skills. It will help you with your college entrance exams. It's so important. I tell you guys all the time, if you have me, that reading makes every part of your brain so much faster and so much stronger. It'll help you in every class. So read every day. My next piece of advice would be to set goals for yourself. If you're in my class, you also know that we set goals and we check in on them and we track our progress. You can't just set a goal and forget about it. So set realistic goals, check in on yourself, ask a teacher or an adult for help, and get those.
Right now, to prepare for college, I would say the most useful thing you can learn right now is how to be a self-starter. So in other words, doing your own homework without mom nagging you. Because when you go away to college, there's no one going to tell you to do your homework. And a lot of freshmen just flunk out of college. And because they don't know how to do their own homework, there isn't a professor going to say, you've got to do this today and sending you emails. You're going to have to get yourself out of bed and get yourself going. So learning how to be a little independent right now is awesome for college.
Some things you can do to prepare for college is to develop really good study habits now. So when you're doing your homework at night, make sure you have a good place where you can sit at a table, have a quiet spot. Make sure that you discipline yourself and set aside some time just for that without distractions. And if you do that and keep up on your homework, then you'll be prepared for college.
Now, my advice for you right now is when you start getting ready to go into high school, take classes that challenge you and also take CE and AP credits. Okay? CE, concurrent enrollment, and AP, Associated Press. I don't know what that one stands for. But those 2 credits count as college credits. I know people who graduate high school with an associate's degree. And you're like, that means nothing to me. Let me give you a number, okay? An associate's degree can cost around $16,000, okay? $8,000 to $16,000. That's a lot of money. And you can get that for free in high school if you get your act together, learn how to study, and take the harder classes. So I would have saved so much money if I would have done that. That's a great thing to do. If that's something, if you are going to college and that's what you want to do, that is a great way to get a head start.
Volunteer your time. It can help you win scholarships and awards and help set you apart from other students.
Hi, you guys. My number one advice for preparing for college now would be to make a habit to come to school and to come to school on time. I have a lot of students that are absent a lot, and that's why they fall behind and tend to have low grades. So if you just come to class, I promise you'll have great grades and you'll be ready for college.
How do I get money to pay for college?
Getting ready to go to college? The free application for Federal Student Aid, or FAFSA, is for you. It's what the federal government and colleges use to figure out your eligibility for financial aid. That's money for school in the form of grants, work-study, student loans, and even some scholarships. If you plan...
Scholarships. Scholarships? When I hear the word scholarships, what do you think? I have to have a 4.0. I can't do that. Scholarships are not solely based on grades. They're based on things that you love. If you love music, if you love art, if you love sports and you excel in them or you have passion for them, you can get scholarships through all those things you're involved with. Community service, clubs, get involved. There are even scholarships that are randomly drawn from companies. Check with the scholarship counselor at the high schools. They will help and direct you for those scholarships. But start now. Get involved and do those things that are going to help you obtain monies for post-high school education.
Okay, let's talk about grants for just a minute. Grants are basically like a scholarship that you get from the government, but it's based on like financial need. And the way that you determine if you can qualify for a grant is by filling out your FAFSA. The best thing about grants is you don't have to pay them back. So it's just basically like free money from the government. So they're a good thing.
Hi guys, I'm here to talk to you about work-study programs. You can qualify for a work-study program when you fill out your FAFSA. Work-study is when you work for the college doing a job that's paid for by the government. An example of this is my nephew and niece. They're at SUU and they work driving around to the parking lots and ticketing students who don't have a parking pass to be in that parking lot, and they're paid for by the college. They qualified for that through FAFSA.
Hey guys, it's Miss Drysdale. I'm here to talk to you about loans. Now, loans are money that you do have to pay back when you go to college, and if you take out a loan, that's something that you'll be repaying back. Some of those loans have really small interest rates, and some of them have a little bit larger interest rates. It just depends on if you're going to get a federal loan through the government, or if you're going to get a private loan, which is going to cost you a lot more money in interest, which just means the money that you borrow, it's going to add a little bit of extra money toward the money that you have to pay back. So you're going to pay back more if you do a student loan. So if you can avoid taking out student loans, that's something that we all would suggest.
This sounds hard. What if I fail?
After being cut from his high school basketball team, he went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. He wasn't able to speak until he was almost 4 years old, and his teachers said he would never amount to much. Was demoted from her job as a news anchor because she wasn't fit for television. Fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and having no original ideas. At age 11, he was cut from his team after being diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency, which made him smaller in stature than most kids his age. At 30 years old, he was left devastated and depressed after being unceremoniously removed from the company he started. A high school dropout whose personal struggles with drugs and poverty culminated in an unsuccessful suicide attempt. A teacher told him he was too stupid to learn anything and that he should go into a field where he might succeed by virtue of his pleasant personality. Rejected by Decca Recording Studios, who said, "We don't like their sound. They have no future in show business." His first book was rejected by 27 publishers. His fiancée died, failed in business, had a nervous breakdown, and was defeated in 8 elections.
This is the Jeopardy! Tournament of Champions!